Imagine making one promise to yourself. For the next 30 days, you won't tell a single lie. Not one. No fake excuses. No, I'm on my way, when you're still at home. No, I'm fine, when you're actually not. No small lies. No big lies. Just the truth. Sounds easy. Then answer this. Why do psychologists believe the average person lies more often than they realize? And what if the biggest lie you tell isn't to other people, but to yourself? Because once you stop lying, something strange begins to happen. And it has nothing to do with honesty. It has everything to do with your brain. Let's begin. Day 1. The first day feels simple. You think, I already tell the truth most of the time. Then your phone rings. A friend asks, do you like my new haircut? Normally, you'd smile and say, it looks great, even if you didn't mean it. Now you pause. You suddenly realize how many conversations are built on tiny lies. Not to hurt people, not to cheat anyone, just to avoid discomfort. And that's the first surprise. Most lies aren't evil, they're emotional shortcuts. But here's the strange part. Every time you choose honesty, your brain feels uncomfortable. Why? Because telling the truth often carries a small social risk. Someone might get offended. Someone might disagree. Someone might judge you. So your brain tries to protect you. It whispers, just tell a small lie. No one will know. But this time, you don't. And that tiny decision changes something inside you. Day 2 to 3. By the second day, you begin noticing lies everywhere. At work, at school, online, even inside your own thoughts. Someone asks, how are you? For the first time, you stop before answering, because saying, I'm fine, isn't always the truth. Then something unexpected happens. You start speaking less, not because you're shy, because you're thinking before every sentence. And that's when you discover something surprising. Many of us don't lie because we want to. We lie because we've become used to speaking without thinking. But here's where things become fascinating. Researchers have found that lying takes more mental effort than telling the truth. Your brain has to remember the real story, create a fake one, and make sure they don't conflict. Truth doesn't require that. The truth is already there. But don't celebrate yet, because the hardest part hasn't arrived. Week 1 changes everything. Week 1. By the end of the first week, people start noticing something different about you. Your words feel more genuine. Your conversations become deeper. Some people trust you more. But others become uncomfortable. Why? Because complete honesty acts like a mirror. It doesn't just reveal who you are. It sometimes reveals what others don't want to hear. And that's where many people give up. Not because telling the truth is hard. Because living with the consequences feels harder. Then another unexpected change appears. You stop making excuses. Instead of saying, I didn't have time, you admit, I didn't make it a priority. Instead of saying, I forgot, you say, I wasn't paying enough attention. That sounds uncomfortable, but it also feels strangely freeing, because every excuse you stop making removes a little more pressure from your mind. You no longer have to remember your stories. You simply remember the truth. But here's the biggest surprise. Week 2 isn't about telling the truth to others. It's about telling the truth to yourself. Week 2. By the second week, you begin asking questions you've been avoiding. Am I really happy in this job? Am I taking care of my health? Am I blaming other people for my own choices? Those questions are uncomfortable, but they are also powerful. Because real change always begins with honest answers. Then something incredible happens. Your confidence starts growing, not because everyone likes you. In fact, some people may like you less, but the people who stay trust you more than ever before. And slowly, you stop trying to impress everyone. You stop pretending to be perfect. You stop wearing emotional masks. For the first time, you feel lighter, not because life became easier, but because carrying the truth is much easier than carrying dozens of lies. But don't think the challenge is over, because by week 3, something happens that almost nobody expects, and it completely changes the way you see yourself. By week 3, something unexpected begins to happen. The fear of telling the truth starts disappearing, not completely, but enough for you to notice. You stop overthinking every conversation. You stop wondering, what did I tell that person? Because you don't have to remember lies anymore. You only have to remember the truth. And strangely, your mind feels lighter. But that's not the biggest surprise. People begin reacting differently to you. Some respect you more. Some trust you more. But others start avoiding difficult conversations with you. Why? Because honesty makes people feel exposed. Not because you're judging them, but because your honesty reminds them of the lies they tell themselves. That's when you realize something powerful. The truth doesn't just change you, it changes your relationships. Then comes week 4, and this is where everything shifts. By now, telling the truth feels natural. You no longer pretend to impress people. You stop saying yes when you really mean no. You stop apologizing for things that aren't your fault. And you stop making promises you know you can't keep. Suddenly, people know exactly who you are. Not the version you created to please everyone. The real you. And that's surprisingly freeing. Because pretending is exhausting. The truth requires much less energy. Then, day 30 finally arrives. You expect your life to be completely different. But the biggest change isn't outside. It's inside. You trust yourself more. You respect yourself more. And every decision becomes easier. Because you're no longer fighting between who you are and who you're pretending to be. Then one final question appears. What if the person you've been trying to impress never needed your lies in the first place? What if the people who truly matter would have accepted the real you all along? That's when you understand something most people never realize. Lying isn't always about fooling others. Sometimes, it's about protecting an image that doesn't even exist. For 30 days, you removed that mask. And instead of becoming weaker, you became stronger. Not because honesty solved every problem. It didn't. Some conversations became uncomfortable. Some relationships changed. Some people walked away. But the people who stayed because they trusted the real you. And that's worth more than pretending to be perfect. So maybe the biggest lesson isn't that you should never lie again. Maybe it's this. Every lie makes you carry 2 versions of yourself. The one you really are, and the one you're pretending to be. The truth removes that weight. It gives you freedom, confidence, peace of mind, and a life where you never have to remember who you pretended to be yesterday. Because in the end, the hardest person to lie to was never someone else. It was you. And once you stop doing that, you don't just change your words. You change your entire life.